Hi, have you ever had a conversation when someone's talking about something that they want to do and you say, go and do it? Yeah, you can do it. When are you going to do it? And then they start telling you all the reasons why it can't be done. And you're thinking, hang on a second. Why are you saying this? You just said you wanted to do it. We just worked out it's possible. I possibly gave you some solutions to help. They're workable. You've agreed. And then you started telling me all the things, what the reasons why, and you back off and you're thinking, what? Well, hey, welcome to the human race. We all do it to a certain extent, but this is for the people, perhaps if you're watching this, who know you do it too much. So are you looking for excuses to not take the leap forward? And these could be anything. Oh, I'm just too busy. That's the most common thing. I'm just too busy. And I hear this so many times and I'm thinking, the reason you're busy is because you haven't moved to the level, the thing that you're meant to be doing, which is going to help you massively. So they end up staying stuck and being busy. So do you have a to-do list as long as your arm, but not stuff that really you want to do, or you know that if you were doing other things would be much better for you? So this is the rat race, isn't it? This is when we get caught up in a life of, I'm too busy to change. But the question is, are you wanting to change? Or are you holding back from that change? The other one I hear all the time is, oh, it's not the right time now. Often accompanied with, I'm just too busy. And I say to my clients, I say, I'm going to push back straight away. And then I say, how many times have you said, not the right time now? Oh, I'm too busy. And they squirm because they don't like being called out. And my job is to call out people sometimes, and they don't want to hear it. And they go, yeah, and I keep saying it. I keep saying it. And I say to them, oh, I say in your business, so is there a time in the future when you don't want to be busy in your business? And they go, no. They want their business to grow and to get busier. Perhaps more controlled and more organized and doing better, but they never want it to be quiet. So this whole thing of not the right time is one of the excuses. So as I said, when has it ever been the right time? And the thing about changing stuff and moving forward is often you've got things that you've got to do, and then you've got to find the time to do the new thing. And that's hard. Let's be honest. This is not crazy utopia. This is not, positive motivation where everything's easy. I had a conversation with somebody through Facebook who said I was negative for being realistic. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes, changing what we've got now to do something else is tricky. You have to put the work in, and you've got worries and you've got doubts, and where are you going to find the time? So that what we do is we find excuses. And then unfortunately we have BS coaches like this person who was just saying, well, if you dream it, it will come. Whatever you believe, you'll make it happen. And it's like, oh no, listen to the real world that, we do get scared and we are busy, and sometimes there's lack of resources. And that's true. Welcome to reality. But if we have that drive and we know that we're meant to be doing something else, then we got to ask the question is, do we unconsciously look for reasons, brackets, excuses, to stop you from doing what you want to do and what you know you can do? I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm not good enough, I need more capital, I'll do it next year, my spouse won't like it, I'm not smart enough. We look for all these reasons because what we're doing is we're trying to protect ourselves from failure, looking stupid. So don't worry, you are not going crazy. What you're doing is you've got an overprotective mechanism trying to make sure you don't fail. So this is a very, very common behavior. We look for all the things that if we grasp onto them just to say, but it's just not possible because, and what we're doing is we're looking for ways of our brain to say, you don't have to take this risk. And the interesting thing is, We all do it occasionally. And in fact, we're meant to. We're meant to look into the future. We're making a decision to go, is it going to work or not? We're meant to look at the obstacles and the barriers. And we're meant to say, is this a problem? That's good decision making. So when I hear coaches just say, blast through everything, have absolute supreme confidence and never doubt anything, I'm thinking that's crazy, because you're meant to doubt. You're meant to stop. You're meant to go, before I spend this money, before I do this, is it going to work? Does it have a good chance of working? So we're all meant to do it occasionally. In fact, we're meant to do it quite a lot. But what we're not meant to do is excessively do it, so we just slam the anchors on and we don't do what we're capable of doing. That's when it becomes a problem. So 40% of us do it to a level where it really messes up the important things in our lives. It's a very common thing, 40%. Okay? And we do this weirdly to try and help ourselves. It's a mistake our brain makes to help us avoid the things we fear. But it excessively does it. So we look for all the justifications. Oh, it's not possible. Or they tried it and it didn't work. And, so I would never do it because they're smarter than me. Okay. Or, I'm too busy now. I've just got to finish this off. And so you don't have that conversation. You don't make that decision because your brain's trying to make you feel better. This is a big thing, possibly. This is something that scares you. And it says, I just want to make you feel better. Let's find a reason. What excuse can we find? There's one. Excellent. So what it does is it's trying to make us feel better right now, but then we go, I still haven't done it. And how many times have you heard the thing where people say, it's not as bad as I thought it was? But they had to go right to the deadline of the huge threat. If I didn't do this, then it'll be terrible consequences. So they made themselves do it and they go, that wasn't so bad. So this is something we do all the time. And if you do it too much, let us know, because that's what we help fix people to fix. So it has the right idea, trying to make us feel good, but instead of helping us, it stops us doing and achieving what we know we could. So this is the weird thing, and this is what we call a sabotage loop, is that part of our brain creates excessive fear of failure or making a mistake or being embarrassed or whatever. And then it tries to find excuses so we can then not be fearful. So it actually creates the fear, excessive fear, then look for something, go, yeah, that's a good reason. And then we go, And then we think of it again, we really should be doing this. He goes, no, that's dangerous. Let's find another excuse. So you want to get on with it. And this bit goes through fear, drop the fear, drop the fear, drop the fear. And it's just stressful. So it's a very common thing. It's an accidental process where we overly try and help ourselves by creating fear and then trying to get rid of it. Creating fear and trying to get rid of it. And the good thing about that is, because it's so common, 40% of people doing it, we've been doing this for 20 years, we know how to fix it. Because it's just a process of thinking. And the fix is actually quite easy. It's quick and easy. Even if you've been doing it for many years, imposter syndrome, excessive stress, excessive anxiety, not being able to make a decision. If you're a major procrastinator and you're undershooting in your career, your business or life, the fix is actually quite easy. Which, once you turn it off, it immediately means you can start to make progress. It's like, my favourite way of explaining it is you're driving with the foot on the accelerator, on the throttle and on the brake at the same time. Take the foot off the brake, you start to make progress, and you stop looking for excuses. Simple as that. So, are you someone who spends all their time looking for reasons why you can't do something when you know you should be or you could be? If you're frustrated enough, get in touch. We love getting people out of their own way, turning off these sabotage loops of thinking. It stops you living in fear and actually allows you to do what you're capable of doing. So you can email us. You can book a call in directly using this link. There will be links kicking around where you can get in contact with us, or nip onto the website, and there's a contact page. Or you can look for an excuse about why you shouldn't be doing it now. Too busy, not capable, And perhaps it's too scary to. And this is the thing that people are puzzled with. Why, when I know that I'm sabotaging myself, getting in my own way, do I not want to turn it off? Well, it's trying to protect you. It's trying to help you. So it doesn't want you to turn it off. But if you're fed up and frustrated enough and you just want to explore what that would look like, let's have a chat. And then you'll be able to see very, very easily and quickly that it's possible to turn it off. And you can start doing the things you know you're capable of and hitting the results that you should be hitting already. You know you should be hitting, but you haven't let yourself. So I look forward to speaking to you if you don't look for excuses.